Hey everyone, it's Rishab Jain, and as you guys know, I'm a huge supporter of students doing science and research. That's why in this video, I've made a guide showing you 5 of my favorite AI tools and tech tools that you can use to level up your research. Let's get into it. The AI boom has brought a flurry of AI-related tools to the market, including tools like ChatGPT, which I'm sure 90% of the viewers watching this video have used. But if you've used ChatGPT, you've probably also seen issues with hallucination, making up sources that don't exist, or simply providing biased or inaccurate information that's often outdated due to AIs being trained in the past. And so this is where consensus comes in. Consensus, I believe, is the best way to find your science research papers. And as they say in their tagline, it is fast. And that's why I've decided to partner with them for the creation of this YouTube video. As you can see right here, their engine allows you to ask research, but I want to directly compare consensus versus Google Scholar just to give you an idea of how much better the results are. So I came up with this question totally random. It's just a topic that was interesting to me. I was thinking about making a device related to it. And so as you can see, if you just ask a question like, is it possible to build a neurotechnology to track emotions throughout the day, to Google Scholar, right? Let's say you had some wristband that could detect your emotions using neurotechnology, and then at the end of the day give you, hey, you were happy for 5 hours, you were sad for 3 hours, and so forth. Google Scholar gives you some results here, but these are just totally unrelated. And you may be thinking, Rishab, you're trying to trip it up because you have this beginning part right here where it says, is it possible to build? Google Scholar can't answer questions, right? It needs those keywords. But even if you give it those keywords, it still does not return topics relevant to this context. I mean, you can look through these. These are not answering my question. Consensus.app, on the other hand, if you go over here, enter it in, Consensus looks through leading scientific research papers to come up with its in-depth analysis, which far surpasses tools like ChatGPT. But then below that, it actually cites every single one of its sources here. So you can read those research papers, and even better right here, Consensus actually answers your questions through the research papers as well. So let's say I click on this one about an artificial neurofuzzy logic system for detecting human emotions. We get, of course, a score about the journal it was published in, citations, so you can understand how impactful and high quality the paper is. But in addition to that, you have their study snapshot feature, which uses AI to basically help you understand this. And I can even save it to my library. So I've created a list called Rish for testing. I can even save it to my list over here to help me start to assemble my literature review that I'm conducting for this research project. So just once again, Consensus allows you to answer these questions, and let me show you their premium access as well, because they have been sponsoring this video. If you scroll down to the bottom, you can see their other plans. They actually do have a student plan as well, which I think is amazing for students like us who are looking to, use AI tools and get access to these amazing research papers. So Consensus, once again, solves all of those problems and helps you conduct your literature reviews, saving you a ton of time. So I highly recommend checking out their tool in the description down below. Hey guys, I hope you're enjoying the video so far. I would really appreciate it if you could just take a second to scroll down below and hit the subscribe button. It really does help me out a lot. And also, you get notified whenever I post new science research videos, which of course are going to help you out a ton in your research journeys and science fair journeys. So let's get on with it. The second tool on our list is ScienceFair.io. ScienceFair.io is your ideal platform for student researchers looking to identify great STEM opportunities and then act upon them. So rather than, finding research papers, there are a ton of great tools for that. Here at ScienceFair.io, which I'm actually a founder of, we've gone through and assembled a full data set of research projects that we've sourced from winning past finalists of leading science fair competitions, as well as created an idea discovery engine to help students find great ideas. Created various tuners to help you decide your categories, abstracts, and titles, assembled where you can compete, finding research fairs that are close to you, as well as great opportunities for scholarships, Olympiads, science fair contests, and more, as well as judging and coaching calls. So we have a paid service as well for students looking to get an edge in their science fair competitions. So this is just overall a great tool for any student looking to compete in science fair competitions. I'll leave the link down in the description below. And best of all, almost all these AI features are totally free. So unless you're looking to get paid coaching, which we do offer, we've helped students qualify first place at international science competitions through that. All of these AI tools are completely free to use, and thousands of students are using these. So we'd recommend you hop in too. The third app on our list is Notion. Notion is an absolutely elegant tool that I've been using for years now, allowing you to keep track of notes throughout your life. And particularly for research papers, I've personally used Notion to conduct literature reviews and save information that I read. So, for instance, let's say I was using Consensus. I was able to assemble a list of literature and I want to save these resources. I was saving it to my list, but now I want to make notes about these research papers. This is where Notion comes in. You can actually, list out the different research papers that you have and then create tabs within a Notion page. So for instance, if you press the slash command, it actually opens up this pop-up window and I can embed further pages within this. So research paper number one and so forth. And I can embed these and take beautiful notes inside of Notion. And the reason why I really like Notion is simply because of its UI UX. They've just done an absolutely phenomenal job of making it so inviting. There's not too many features and there's not too little. And that just makes it that perfect blend to take notes. So whether you're a student looking to do school and homework related things or conduct research right here, Notion is an excellent resource for you. The fourth tool on our list is Julius. If you're like me, you love computational stuff. You like computers, you like to build machine learning models, you like to do simulations, all these different types of modeling. And oftentimes this modeling requires data, right? You need data points. And in this era of big data, we have these huge data sets. I mean, Excel rows with tens of thousands of columns and rows and all this stuff. And usually you have to write Python code with a bunch of for loops to iterate through this data and clean it up and curate it for your purpose. But here's where Julius AI comes in handy. As you can see here, it's able to basically act as an AI agent and autonomously do various tasks for me. You can prompt it yourself at julius.ai, but here I'm really going to go through and have it do a quick visualization of a data that I wanted to work on. So, it has this pre-built workflow as well, which is super cool. First, it's going to ask me to provide my data file. So I actually have this data right here. This is my banking information for the last month, and super curious to see what it comes up with. So I personally don't go through my banking information at all, and I just kind of run with it. And I think a lot of other consumers do a similar thing. This tool, Julius, will essentially act like an accountant for me and look at that information. So it's an AI agent data scientist that is just generating this Python code. And if you've used it before, you know that it'll actually autonomously debug itself as well. So while ChatGPT will just give you this code and expect you to run it on your end, it's actually going to run it by itself. And then, so it gave me this transaction history over time, how much I was spending or was moving in and out of my account. Transaction amounts. So, if again, stuff was going in and out of my account, debit card, deposit, withdrawal, direct deposit, interest. This is just really amazing that it's able to come up with all of this data from just a single spreadsheet that I gave it with no prompting whatsoever. Now, if I want something specific, like how much should I spend on Amazon, or is this amount statistically significant, it will do all of that testing right in the app. So Julius, amazing tool. Check it out. I'll have links in the description. Citations, everyone's worst nightmare. But with MyBib, number 5 on our list, it's no longer a nightmare. Now, let me take you back to 6th grade. In 6th grade, I had an amazing science teacher who helped us learn about writing a research paper. And in a part of writing a research paper, right, you come up with a bibliography or a reference section. And I had to learn how to do APA style on my own. And at the time, that was the norm. You learn how to do APA style, author name, year, oh, what if there's no author name? Now you need to put the title in. Oh, you need to have a hanging indent and you need to have, it organized alphanumerically or in this order and so on and so forth. And suddenly a tool comes out called Citation Machine. And I'm sure most of you who have done citations have used this. I think if you search up Citation Maker online or something like that, right, Citation Machine is number 1 somehow. But this tool is garbage. I mean, I've been using this again since like 7th grade, and there are an obscene number of ads on this website once you press go on create citations. Right now it appears super nice and friendly. It'll just start spamming ads for you even if you have an ad block. It literally slows down your computer somehow. I don't know how that is legal, but MyBib is your savior. And I'm just noticing it's number 2 on search now, and it's for a reason. This thing came out just a couple years ago and it's made its way up because it is by far the best citation tool. You paste in your source by pressing add citation. You have all these different options, and it actually determines very intelligently which citation format to use, how to use it, and then also it even allows you to change that style. So it's just a very intelligent tool that allows you to change this in a matter of seconds, and you have your full list. You can create projects, and it is completely 100% free. So MyBib is the tool for you to use. So those were 5 really cool tools that I often use to do science research. I hope you guys found that helpful, and make sure to check them out in the description down below. I'll have all the links listed. Let me know what type of video you guys want to see next. Leave a comment down below. And with that, I'll see you guys next time.